What's going on, you guys, and thank you for tuning in for another episode of JBTrickle RC. This particular episode, we're going to be finally going over some of my Losi 22S no prep drag car upgrades. One of my last videos where I covered this car and showed you we did an unboxing review, then I did a right out of the box test and tune day with it. And I told you at the end of that day, we're going to be converting that car to a 13.5 NPRC rule car. And that's what we done. So at the end of this video, this car is going to be looking a lot different, and we're going to get into that shortly. But I'm going to go through and show you some of the upgrades I've made and some of the changes and such that I've made to convert the car to a 13.5 car. And we're going to be running that for a little while, and then eventually, like we talked about before in my previous videos, we're going to be doing a street eliminator conversion on the car somewhere down the road. But I want to take you guys on that full adventure from box stock that we've already done in the 13.5 in the street eliminator and see where it goes from there. Like I said, this video, you're going to see a new body, you're going to see the upgrade, you're going to see the changeover to the 13.5 electronics and things of that nature. That way I can take you guys along with that adventure. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoy the video. With all that said, let's get to it.
All right, everyone, let's start out by allowing me to give a huge shout out and a huge thank you to RC Dan. He is a subscriber of mine. He reached out to me whenever he watched my previous Losi 22S no prep video, and he said that he knew I was wanting to convert mine to a 13.5 to follow NPRC 13.5 rules. And he actually reached out to me and said, "Hey, JB, I got a Phantom Icon Works Edition as well as an XR10 Pro." He said both are brand new. He goes, "I bought them for my wife to race. She decided not to race." He's like, "I just got these sitting around. Would you like them?" To which I replied, "Yeah, sure, absolutely, And I asked him how much he wanted, and he insisted that he just wanted to ship them to me and help with the build, and told me to pay it forward later on down the road whenever I can, pass something on to another racer, a newer racer. And again, I told him I appreciate it. Try to actually pay him, and he wouldn't have it. And he told me to just send him a JBTrickle RC T-shirt whenever I get my apparel store open back up. So that's what I'm going to do. So RC Dan, I really do greatly appreciate that. I'm going to be putting it to good use, and I will definitely pay it forward as I have done so in the past. But again, a huge thank you and shout out to RC Dan for hooking me up with some horsepower and a new speed control. Again, I greatly appreciate it, and we'll definitely take care of someone in the future as well. So since Dan was kind enough to hook us up with some horsepower and a new speed control,
so why don't we go ahead and get these wires soldered up? Almost.
So now that we got the motor and ESC soldered in, let's move on to those new aluminum body shocks. Now, instead of me buying just a brand new set, I had some of these parts that you see here laying around. Had it left over from my two-wheel drive buggy street stock whenever I raced that class in two-wheel drive. So instead of buying a whole bunch of, like a whole new shock kit, I was like, well, let me just rebuy some of these components and build these, because the existing internal parts of the existing Losi 22 shocks will transplant to these aluminum body parts. So that's the route that I ended up going. And again, I did not buy all these separate. Some of these were spare parts that I had in a RC parts box from whenever I raced. So I was like, I might as well put these to good use. And so that's the route that we went. So right here, we got them put together. And a while ago, in case you were needing some of those parts, I did show you some of the part numbers on the packages. There's the factory plastic bodies that I threw down behind it. And I pretty much went through, remeasured everything, make sure I had everything set, because I don't know if I need to change my limiters, or I don't know if I need to change my overall shock links yet. I'm still learning with the car, and that's going to be, it's going to take some experimenting and learning. But I did rebuild them to pretty much match the other ones, but it's nice to have some threaded body ones, no longer having to worry about those clips. So now we got the car with pretty much everything changed over. Went ahead and took the wheelie bar off. We got those nice new aluminum shocks on there. We got that new Phantom Icon, the Works Edition 13.5 motor in there, as well as that new Hobby Wing XC Run XR10 Pro, which this was the red edition. So pretty cool. So everything's looking really good there. So next we got to start to get that body prepped. So I I chose a body, and the next step here was I needed, kind of figure out my call-out tag. A lot of people around here locally, as well as others places that I've seen, generally run a call-out tag, a name down the side of the car or something like that. So I kind of got to figure that out, which we do shortly, because you're going to see that here momentarily too. But I chose the, let's get that Camaro body off first. And the body that I chose to go with for my first 13.5 car was the Pro Line Octane. I know it's a little bit hard to see here with the white background, the body being clear and everything. It's a beautiful body. It reminds me of kind of like a mixture between an old AMC car or that old, the old Ford Falcon. That's it. That's what I'm thinking. The old early 70s model XB Ford Falcon from Australia, the Mad Max car.
So from here, why don't we get that fresh paint laid on that new Octane body?
Speaking of the Australian XB Ford Falcon and Mad Max, that's the theme I decided to go with. We can see Mad Max right there on the hood. Did kind of some realistic flames, hot rod flames, and decided to use the Carolina Road Warrior for my call-out tag. Got some of the logos on it from the Mad Max Fury Road movie, and just want to give it that rugged look. Had some red halogen or halo headlights to kind of match some of the red in the car. Things of that nature, just kind of unique. I really like the way this thing turned out. I just enjoy airbrushing and doing theme cars, so I really enjoyed this. This was turned out really cool, I thought, in my opinion. Can't wait to race this thing, and like I said, I'm just a fan of the old Mad Max movies anyway. I like those. If it's a movie with cars, and or if it's post-apocalyptic or whatever, I'm gonna watch it. So. The Mad Max series just so happens to have a mix of two things I like. So, but I thought it'd be cool, Carolina Road Warrior, and there we go. Hold up. I just remembered there's another part that we need to add to this car to get this car to look like a Mad Max car, to give it a scale appearance, something to make that 13.5 car a little bit more cool. What is it? Let's just back it up a little bit and we'll see what it is. It can't be a Mad Max car without that supercharger blower sticking out the hood of that car. And if you're wondering how I did it, you can kind of see it there because I actually cut a hole in the hood itself, shoe-gooed a Lexan platform, bolted it on there, and then I did a cutout, around the supercharger belt and then the blower sticking out. And I know just the blower sticking out, but I wanted you to be able to see that. Again, I just want to kind of follow with that Mad Max theme and do something kind of cool and unique. Which I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, and just overall goes cool with the theme of the car, and not to mention I just like that scale accessory. Alright guys, that pretty much wraps it up just about. I do have a couple other things that I have not added to the car yet. I do have a new set of reaction tires. I'm still, and for this video I still had the factory ones on there, but I am going to reactions. I like the way they performed a little bit better. I like the fact that they were belted and didn't balloon as much, so on and so forth. So, but before I let you guys go, I do want to say I'm really looking forward to this. We're going to be going to either another Test of Tune Day or our first official race with it really soon. Not sure which one's going to come first, but I'll be sure to take you guys on that adventure with me, film it, and share it with you all. And lastly, I've got a couple shout-outs I want to give to a couple other YouTube channels that you probably should check out. The first one was Coach DRC. I've talked to Coach D several times now here on YouTube, through Facebook Messenger, through a Facebook group that we're both a member of, which is called Losi 22S, No Prep Tips, Tricks, and something of that nature. Really good Facebook group, a lot of good helpful information there, and Coach D, as well as some others, actually go out of their way and help explain and try to help some other racers. And so give him a check, give him a like and subscribe. And then we've got Walks RC and More. That's a newer upcoming YouTube channel They just kind of now getting their start. They got a few videos out there now. And I met Quanda and Compton at the last test and tune I went to for my no prep drag racing car. Super cool people, super nice, and they've got some blistering fast cars, very competitive, beautiful cars. So it's cool to see them doing a YouTube channel as well, and it's gonna so far it seems to be no prep RC focused as well, and showing some clips of some of the runs and some of the events they go to and stuff. So jump over there, give them a check, check them out, give them a like and subscribe as well. But as always, guys, I appreciate it, and I can't wait to update you with some more 13.5 and newly converted Carolina Road Warrior coming to a no prep RC drag race, possibly near you. We're going to find out. We're going to try to get out with this thing and have some fun.
Well, guys, hope you enjoyed that video. We've got our new Carolina Road Warrior body on the car. Our 13.5 changeover's done. It's race ready at this point. In fact, I hate that I've missed a couple of the last races, but I've been waiting on things for the car, and so on and so forth. I also want to give a shout out to Moonville Hobbies. If it wasn't for them, this wouldn't even be possible. Helped me out with the car and some parts and things of that nature. Not YouTube sponsor, got to say that for that reason, but a shout out to those guys. Shout out to Tommy Burgess, Robbie Black, Bevan McCombs, Tyler Stevens. Those guys have been a huge help, and trying to help me along the way whenever I was starting to build the car and convert 13.5, and that way I'll be able to hit the track with something that'll hopefully at least get me rolling. Keeping the car a baseline on it, I guess you could say. And so we're going to take this one of the upcoming races. I'm going to be filming that race for you. Where are we going to be? I don't know. Is it going to be a South Carolina race, North Carolina race? We're going to find out. But guys, as always, I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon. If you subscribe, that'll let me know how many people that I have that's tracking my channel and viewing videos and viewing my content. Hitting that bell icon actually helps you out. You'll be getting a notification every time I got a new upload, so you'll be able to stay current on all the JBTrickle RC studio episodes. And throw a like if you like what you're doing, you like what you see, you're enjoying this Losi 22S content and evolution process, the video series that I'm doing. Throw up a like button, let me know. And lastly, if you're running a Losi 22S, hit me up in the comment section. What are you running? What class are you running? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? So on and so forth. If you're not running a Losi 22S and you're running a different no prep drag car, let me know what you're running in the comment section. I want to engage with my audience, my subscribers and viewers more. I try to comment back to everybody whenever I possibly can. It may take a couple days, but I do try my best. But I'd like to hear some talks from some of you guys on what you're running and what you're doing. But again, guys, as always, I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. I'll catch you guys next time.